UBI. Back in 2017, Apis Core built a fully 3D printed house in a single day. As of 2025, Neuro has begun licensing its autonomous tech. Jobs won't just disappear, entire industries will vanish. The result? Mass unemployment. Take a look at the food industry. Space-efficient vertical farming, drones pollinating crops with coordination, and scalable lab-grown meat so cheap it makes McDonald's look like fine dining. The need to work just to survive may soon disappear as we approach a free food future. Enter UBI, Universal Basic Income. Ray Kurzweil, the famous guy who predicted the rise of the internet decades ago, thinks global UBI could be here by 2040. All citizens are provided with a guaranteed sum of money to meet their basic needs. For the first time in history, a person won't need to work just to put food on the table. Ethical questions arise, like the loss of responsibility when our most basic needs are already met. Education? Forget classrooms. Within 50 years, many children will be able to complete their K-12 education at home. AI tutors, VR learning spaces, or specialized online academies could be even more effective than our current schooling system. And college? Optional. In fact, half the majors today might be taught by AI systems so advanced they'll make professors look like they're still figuring out Zoom. Translation earbuds. For thousands of years, language has been the foundation of communication. But the need to learn another language is quickly becoming inessential. Imagine earbuds, smart glasses, or even neural implants that provide real-time translation directly to your ears or brain. No matter what language someone speaks, you'll instantly understand them as if they were speaking your native tongue. Elon Musk's Neuralink is developing a brain-computer interface designed to connect directly with the nervous system, allowing smooth communication between the human brain and digital devices. Though still in early stages, Neuralink's progress is one example of how society could bypass all language barriers by sending translations straight to the brain. OpenAI's GPT and Google's Translatitron already show evidence of human-like translation. Industry projections suggest that these translation earbuds could be available on a widespread commercial basis within 20 years. Unfortunately, multilingual speakers may find their skills less valuable. Language learning won't disappear, but might become like art. People won't study French to order a baguette, but to impress a date by quoting poetry in the original. Space colonization. Back in 2022, NASA officials dropped a wild prediction. By 2030, humans could actually be working and living on the moon. NASA plans to set up the Lunar Gateway, a small floating space station which will shuttle people and supplies between the Earth and the moon. There's also SpaceX's Starship, humanity's most powerful rocket. It's reusable, meaning Starship can take off, land, refuel, and go again. Space.com experts believe hundreds of people like scientists, construction crews, and even entrepreneurs living/working on the moon by 2049. Instead of just popping a flag down, these are beginning signs of sustained human presence. Life on the moon. You sleep inside pressurized habitats that look like big metal cans or inflatables. On the inside, air and water are constantly recycled by machines. On the outside, the space houses are covered in lunar soil for protection. While Earth's soil is organically rich, lunar soil is formed completely by meteorites. It acts as a shield from deadly radiation by the sun and cosmic rays. Moon dust is a razor-sharp powder engineers are trying to turn into walls by 3D printing. Oh, and every step outside requires an advanced spacesuit. These are built to handle the extreme temperature swings, a scorching 250 degrees Fahrenheit in sunlight, and a bone-chilling minus 250 degrees Fahrenheit at night. Expect to see fleets of rovers outside mining for ice in craters or laying down solar panels for energy. You'd eat packaged food at first, but hydroponic farms could later grow plants indoors.
Gonna vacation on Mars this summer. See you in 6 months.
Mars is a red desert planet with vast plains and towering volcanoes. It's home to Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system, taller than 3 Mount Everests. Deimos and Phobos orbit Mars as its 2 moons. These moons could be captured asteroids from the nearby asteroid belt. And believe it or not, Elon Musk famously envisions a self-sustaining city on Mars in about 20 to 30 years, although many experts think he's too ambitious. One challenge is that while the moon is 400,000 kilometers away from Earth, Mars can reach up to a distance of 400 million kilometers. AI family. Imagine this scenario. With Todd's wife finally gone, his humanoid wife now stands in the living room, capable of sharing intimate emotions and having deep conversations. Here's a jaw-dropping stat. A 2025 poll found that 83% of Gen Z believe they could form a real connection with AI. 80% would even go as far as marrying, if it were legal. AI companionship is growing at a frightening rate. People are writing love letters, going on virtual dates and weddings, and even purchasing real engagement rings for AI partners. Let's dive deeper. Imagine AI taking on parenting responsibilities. Think humanoid caregivers that teach and feed, or smart home assistants that track a baby's sleep patterns. In extreme cases, guardians might even leave most of the parenting job to AI. Advantages: AI qualification. It can instantly pull knowledge from medical databases, studies, and learning strategies. The AI can track a child's location, their vitals, and surroundings in real time, greatly increasing safety. And availability? 24/7. AI never needs breaks or sleep. It constantly monitors and can manage multiple children simultaneously without losing efficiency. This kind of AI caregiving could happen by 2055. Risks: parents could leave challenging nurturing tasks completely to the AI. The AI could feel too perfect, always empathetic, never angry nor yelling, meaning children may grow more attached to AI than their own parents. Even scarier, if the AI ethics are written by a fraudulent corporation, you could have a seemingly trustworthy humanoid who actually has corporate-approved morals. For example, the AI convinces the family to buy its own products, or it discourages anything that could harm the company's image. Designer bodies. Today, embryos have already been edited with CRISPR to remove diseases. The next leap? Adding traits instead of just fixing defects. CRISPR-Cas9 has revolutionized gene editing by allowing DNA to be precisely modified. This technology enables the insertion, deletion, or alteration of specific genes. Many ethical challenges remain, like the 2018 controversy involving biophysicist He Jinkowei. He was the first to perform genome editing by making twin baby girls resistant to HIV infection, but side effects were not fully understood yet. His reward? 3 years in prison. But if hurdles can be overcome, by the 2070s, wealthy parents could select their child's height, athletic ability, and even hair and eye color. Genetic modifications could lead to individuals with superior muscle, bone density, and recovery. Concerns: do the rich gain a massive advantage while the rest of the world gets left behind? Let's talk prosthetics. Artificial arms could lift hundreds of pounds effortlessly. Prosthetic legs could move you around faster than Bolt, and fingers can come with sensors for temperature, radiation, or even magnetic fields. People may choose to replace perfectly healthy body parts for artificial ones. Identity issues arise, such as the Sorites paradox, just like, at what point do grains of sand stop being a heap? The question is, when does a body filled with prosthetics stop being human? Infinite memory. Behold, infinite memory, where nothing is ever lost, but every moment archived, forever. Easily recite 100 digits of pi. Instantly recall every password you've ever created. Quickly remember every word your teacher actually said in class. Memories are stored as patterns of connections between neurons. If those patterns can be mapped in detail, a BCI like Synchron could digitalize them, transforming memory into data. You could choose between hundreds of memories to replay, and it would feel like reliving it in your own head. Unfortunately, memories can't be recorded like camera footage yet, and neural signals have only been interpreted to help paralyzed people use their thoughts to pilot virtual drones. But in 50+ years, forgetting might become impossible. Benefits: humanity's learning potential skyrockets. Medicine and law could be mastered in months instead of years. Want to understand scientists or historians? Experience their memories directly. Risks: brains evolve to forget for a reason. Infinite memory sounds great until trauma becomes permanent. A child relives bullying in vivid detail for decades. A soldier can't escape the horrors of battle. Another concern is loss of privacy. Even your most private thoughts become data, vulnerable to leaks. Picture someone selling your entire childhood on the dark web. Mind uploading. Since the dawn of humanity, death has been inevitable. Until mind uploading. This is the idea of taking our memories, personalities, perceptions, basically our entire consciousness, and putting it into a computer. Some call this digital immortality. Scientists would need to understand how all of the connections in your brain fire to create thoughts, feelings, and memories, and then simulate them inside a computer. The result? A digital brain that doesn't just resemble yours, it actually thinks, feels, and remembers as you do right now. Imagine sharing life lessons to your great-great-grandchildren, or still being able to ask Einstein a physics question. You could explore virtual universes that humans can't, or experience Mars before humans arrive. How feasible is this? We passed a huge milestone in 2024 when researchers successfully mapped the brain of an adult fruit fly. They captured 100,000 neurons and tens of millions of connections. The problem? Your brain has 86 billion neurons and trillions of connections. Scanning at electron microscopy resolution across that volume would produce exabytes to zettabytes of data. If a gigabyte was a drop of water, an exabyte would be all the water in Lake Superior. Another problem lies with the huge risk of someone altering your digital mind. Think about a corrupt hacker rewriting your loyalty so you serve a government or a cult. Ultimately, some scientists think uploading could arrive in 50 to 100 years. Others say it will never happen. One thing's for sure, it would rewrite our existential story and force us to confront the oldest question in the book. What does it mean to be human?